So, as I was saying, to prove yourself, it's all about your mental strength. And let's just say, to beat this argument in effect of nothing's real, nothing works, blah, 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 you're basically the energy being inside of this temple, inside of this prison, who is moving, manipulating, and thinking. Now, you have an excess of already, how could I explain, poison buildup, which also may have nanobots, or simply the fact that they bombard us with waves all the time. The sine wave, Wi-Fi wave, radio wave, television wave, telephone wave, microwave, all of these waves, they probably attack us on a constant basis. Maybe to a point where we never understand why, how, or at what moment. I've started to understand why. Well, no, not why. When. Why isn't obvious. They need us asleep. The more you wake up, the more dangerous you become for them. So, the what I've noticed is when they attack is when you most want to push yourself. When you finally take that step forward to say, you know what? I'm going to prove myself to the goddess. I'm going to prove myself to myself that I have the power to overcome all this and be free. That's when they start to attack you the most. They're sitting here listening to me through the computer, through my cell phone. They probably have, well, I used to notice them before, and now I don't notice them. I don't know if it's the increase in power that I finally have, but there used to be like these little weird robotic spiders everywhere. Every fucking where. Everywhere you would look, they were there. Power lines, on people, on buildings, everywhere. I'm not kidding you. I used to see them every single where. I've noticed ever since I started building up my power that I don't see those spider robots anymore. I don't see demons anymore, and I don't see reptiles anymore. And any reptilian hybrid that comes close to me and wants to kind of scare me, they quickly notice that I'm not afraid of them. I have enough power to basically engulf them with that power, and they'll feel it. They'll be standing over here, I'll stand over here minding my own business in the light, and they'll start coming close like, hey, you see me? And all of a sudden I'm just like, oh yeah? You feel that? And they quickly turn away and they start running off because they can feel all the energy that I build up now. I'm a walking, talking human energy wave now. I don't know if you guys can see it through here. I'll try it. I can finally feel chi build up in my hand and transfer it. I've noticed sometimes I can get shocks or make metals magnetic, especially copper. I can make copper magnetic, like a magnet, like it'll literally stick to each other. So I notice I'm getting a significant boost in energy. But yeah, as I was saying, right now is the moment that you have to appreciate and take advantage of this situation. I'm not sure if everything's going to be after Christmas, if it's going to happen during Christmas, or within 10 years for all we know. All I know is that right now there's a significant buildup and a boost with all the power that has been going on. I've noticed that, well, for example, as I was saying in the last video, I pig out. I grub out real hardcore when I'm hungry and I really want to eat something. And it used to, let's say I pick out 3 days, consecutive 3 days, right? First day a buffet, second day hamburgers, third day pizzas or whatever, and that's it. By the fourth day, I'm so full of, yeah, I guess you could say I'm so full of shit or poison that my eyes hurt looking at the sun. It takes a lot of me to get back up to the point where my eyes are relaxed looking at the sun, and it was a pain in the ass. Recently, these last few weeks, better yet, because it hasn't been days, it's been weeks. I've noticed that I can pick out sun gaze for one whole day, and in a matter of hours, the burning sensation, all of it. Right now, I have a lot of mucus. Well, it's not even mucus, it's just water basically coming out of my eyes and my nose. That's why I sound like I'm sick all the time right now. And it's not sickness, because I don't feel sick. I feel good. I don't feel tired. I feel perfectly fine. The only problem is that all this crap is coming out of my face. And it's gonna come out of your face, whether you like it or not. You can work your ass off, working out and everything is sweated out, but the main buildup is up here in your head. So it's gonna start pouring out whether you like it or not. It takes 2 to 3 days for all the poison to literally start coming out, but you have to sun gaze hardcore for it to happen in 3 days. Otherwise, you're gonna be crying and suffering and having the worst time possible for like a week. Because if you don't go hardcore, it's gonna come out slowly, and it's like, let's say you're cooking your brain to a low temperature, a slow burn. Instead of cooking it in 2, 3 hours, you're gonna cook it in like 24 or 36 hours, if you know what I mean. So, what do you have to do? You have to hold tight, push as much as you can, and prove to yourself. Mainly ask yourself, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to wake up? Why do you want to break out and stop the matrix? If you can answer those questions on your own, in your head, without a problem, then you're meant for this. If you're having second thoughts, if you're having doubts, either sun gaze your ass off and fast, that way you can clean out the poison and get on track, or go back to normality. It's the only other choice you have. But it's kind of hard, because there'll come a point where even if you fall back into normality, even if you take the blue pill and go back, little bits of you are going to get frustrated because you already know the truth. You already know what's out there. It's not going to be fun. But anyways, good luck to all of you. Keep your heads up, staring at the sun, and get awake. It's the only answer out here. Much love.